Alright, when discussing the pillars of modern football, history tends to mention some names apart from just players. Now, to the best of the best, a team ought to be a complete set of elites. From managers to players, and most importantly, the coach, who plays the most important role in the performance of the players. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a coach who can make his team phenomenal, and those who can do that is really rare. Among the list of such rare gems lies Mike Tomlin, a great coach with an exceptional set of skills on and off the field. But what is it about this man that makes him stand out among the brilliant tacticians and mentors in the NFL? Well, here's the deal, man. Tomlin is a man with high morals who exudes charisma, leadership, and football literacy everywhere he goes. And the dude is synonymous with the Pittsburgh Steelers' identity. Like, this dude is known for his unbeatable mantra, standard is the standard. So Mikey here started his journey as a mere wide receiver at the College of William & Mary. As a wide receiver, he earned a spot in the second-team All-Yankee Conference selection in 1994, and from there on, started the path to his actual destiny. Starting his coaching career way back in 1995, Tomlin served as a wide receiver coach at Virginia Military Institute.
Manning is able to dump it off. Graham must go the distance. Back to Manning, who is tackled. There is a flag on the play at the 50-yard line.
But here's the thing, man. He switched places in the 1996 season. Maybe got an upgrade and went as a graduate assistant to work with the defensive backs and special teams at the University of Memphis. Now, after that, he worked for a brief period at the University of Tennessee Martin as part of the coaching staff and left there after getting hired by the Arkansas State University in '97 to coach defensive backs. So Tom worked with a football team at Arkansas State U for the whole 2 seasons and then left again after he got hired as a defensive back coach at the University of Cincinnati. His past is perfectly that of an opportunist, traveling freely to wherever he got a better spot. Now, all that shifting must have contributed greatly to his brilliance and to his experience. Now, later on, he went on to serve the same role at Tampa Bay Buccaneers and spent 4 brief years of training and coaching defensive backs from 2001 to 2005. Tomlin's time at Tampa Bay was revolutionary for his career, man. He played a key role in the development of the Tampa 2 defense and became part of one of the most game-changing blueprints for modern defensive schemes in the NFL. His training techniques and coaching skills helped the team win his first Super Bowl 2 years into his coaching. Like, his performance and flashy results inspired the Minnesota Vikings, as they didn't take too long to hire him as their defensive coordinator when he continued to showcase his abilities. Okay, but all these opportunities led him to a point where he got 2 opportunities. 2 teams interviewed Mike, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Now, he eventually got hired by the Steelers for the head coach position back in 2007. Now, that particular milestone marked the beginning of his historic tenure in his franchise. But why didn't the Miami Dolphins even consider hiring Mike when they filled the vacancy way before he got hired by the Pittsburgh Steelers?
So, without further ado, I'm very pleased to introduce the next coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin.
Good afternoon. I think first and foremost, my wife and I would like to give honor and thanks to God for opening this door for our family. Without a doubt, we'd like to thank the Rooney family for having interest in us. And great honor to be a part of one of the most storied franchises in all of professional sports. We intend to make no bold predictions about what we're going to do. What we are going to do is promise to have a first-class blue-collar work ethic and how we approach our business.
Okay, so Mike's hiring was done through a process known as the Rooney Rule. Now, the specific rule was made by the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Dan Rooney, hence the name. This is a leap of faith toward the team's future that allows a minor option apart from the best ones. Now, this risky decision led the team to an evident future, making it one of the best in the NFL. While it proved to be a great risk with splendid results for the Steelers, the Miami Dolphins regretted their decision badly.
The Miami Dolphins had a chance to hire Mike Tomlin in 2007, but didn't because he was too hip-hop. Instead, they hired Cam Cameron. The season was a failure.
Man, the Dolphins made a lot of hypocritical remarks when defending their decision not to hire Mike Tomlin to their team. I still ain't sure what the hell top hip-hop even means, but that was the most pathetic and lackluster call made by the team back then. And given Mike's successful career as the head coach of Pittsburgh, it ain't wrong to say that this decision cost the Dolphins greatly too. Alright, look, I'ma just say it, alright? The Dolphins' decision to hire Cam Cameron as head coach instead of Mike Tomlin was the biggest and most biased mistake made by any NFL team in the history of ever, as Cam Cameron led the team to a record-breaking colossal failure following their stats decorated with an embarrassing 1-15 score in the season before eventually getting fired. And so while the Dolphins was over there flubbing around like a fish out of water, the Steelers made the best decision of their life. Mike Tomlin's leadership proved to be an asset, and the dude is working for the team in the greatest way possible to this very day.
I'm very conscious of the legacy that is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I simply want to add to it. I got, of course, big respect for the men that have had this job before me, and all I want to do the job in terms of upholding the standard that is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Being just 35 years old and already in the position of head coach, Mike became the youngest in Steelers history, succeeding Bill Cowher and taking the helm of one of the best legendary franchises. In just a second season after being hired, Mike made history by guiding the Steelers to a record-breaking 12-4 score and an undisputed and well-deserved victory in the Super Bowl against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, this victory made him the youngest coach to win the Super Bowl, as he was only 36 years old at the time. Now, on top of that, the Steelers have cemented their position as undisputed playoff contenders, which only proves how high the standards set by Tomlin are for himself as well as his team. During his Pittsburgh tenure as head coach, Tomlin has led the Steelers to 7 AFC North titles, most recently in 2020, and the Steelers to the playoffs 10 times, including 2 Sugar Bowl appearances. He's also won at least 5 home games in 15 of his first 16 years, including 6 in 2021. In his 16 seasons, he ain't never had a losing record. He's sent 73 total selections to the NFL's annual Pro Bowl, including the 3 players who received Pro Bowl honors for the 2022 season. Tomlin's career serves as a masterclass for excellence, resilience, and leadership. From his time as the college assistant in the early days to skyrocketing to the top ranks of being the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, this dude was always showing absolute commitment to greatness. That brilliance, that personal integrity, and mental toughness make him one of the most respected figures in the NFL. With Pittsburgh prospering under his guidance, the Dolphins can't be pardoned for their short-sightedness and overlooking his potential. Now, their loss has been Pittsburgh's gain, and the standard is going to forever remain the standard for Mike Tomlin.